Celebration, the early show Halloween extravaganza coming up.
Welcome back to the CBS 4 Morning News. Happy Friday to you. It's 19 degrees out there right now. Ghost hunting is exploding in popularity with a huge TV and internet following.
But the founder of Denver's own Rocky Mountain Paranormal Research Society will tell you in the end, only science can explain ghost stories. Still, Bryan Bonner and fellow paranormal claims investigator Matthew Baxter have found things they can't explain with forensics yet. One of those is at the Yak and Yeti Brew Pub restaurant in Arvada. They gave me a tour of their work for this Halloween edition of Breakfast with Brooke. Bryan Bonner and Matthew Baxter dissect ghost stories for a living.
We want to go in and rule out everything else, and we usually do.
So when the owner of the Yak and Yeti asked them to investigate sounds and sightings, they set up camp.
We want the truth. You know, we don't want to have to keep building on an urban legend, because obviously something's going on. We want to know what it is.
Built as a farmhouse in the 1860s, the Yak and Yeti was home to an elderly woman named Cora.
Her death was falling down from the top of the stairs, and she ended up in the hospital over that and died from her injuries. So often that's who people think they're in contact with when anything happens here.
Like electromagnetic readings where there was seemingly no electricity.
The portal, the evil vortex of doom, turns out to be wiring that they put in to protect the building.
And a sighting in a window. What in the world?
Face crawling into the background back there.
Solved with this recreation.
As they were turned around looking, somebody walks by and they reflect it in the window.
But then upstairs, something shocking.
I hear from this lighting sconce right here, I hear this sound. So I get up and walk over to it. As soon as I get to it, that one starts doing it.
Baxter started to leave the room.
I got right to the threshold, and the chair lifts out all by itself and bounces on the end.
It was caught on camera. This is the video from that night. Bryan and Baxter can't explain it yet.
We thought it might have been a situation where the chair was balancing like this, and the movement and the angle of the camera, that it actually did something along those lines. But the more we look at the video, the more it's not looking like that at all.
It's not the first time they've been stumped, and they're sure it won't be the last. So they'll pull out their cameras, seismometers, and electromagnetic meters.
We've actually seen it a few times do some unexplainable things.
And keep hunting.
It's still a puzzle. We're not just, because we haven't figured it out at the moment, we're not pasting the paranormal stamp on it. But it sure is cool.
In the Society's 10 years, Bryan and Baxter have investigated hundreds of reported hauntings, places like Cave of the Winds, the Old Children's Hospital, and the Stanley Hotel. Halloween is huge for them. It's the only time they share their own ghost stories at Halloween dinners this weekend, including one at the Yak and Yeti. And you can learn more through the links and info section at cbs4denver.com. Also on the site, Bryan and Baxter are part of the debate over the Extraterrestrial Commission initiative, and their argument is in a web extra, as is a demonstration of some of the ghost hunting equipment they use. And they have this internet radio show called Warning. Tens of thousands of people tune in.
And you were saying Bryan and Baxter are skeptics, but in the purest sense of the word.
Right. They keep an open mind,
right,
scientifically speaking.
What a cool job,
Aren't they cool guys, though?
It is. Nice job. 6:21 right now. We want to update you on some of the major school closings we're seeing this morning.
Douglas County schools are closed today.